down before you stress up the groove. The energy a little different when the
You know none of us want to fucking be here, so let's just get on with it, shall we?
The fool could be anything in the world, but I can never be you.
I eat your pussy, I eat your ass.
My tiptoes, baby, you thinking
Shite!
He brought Phil to do the only planned section of the night, and he didn't plan it.
with my kinfolk.
He doesn't want me to be there because he likes her more than me, because she's still breastfeeding him, even though she shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's another issue altogether.
Brown skin, baby, I can
Cancel me for being a cunt. I'm going to prison in 3 months anyway.
make you wonder, don't you?
Sit down. These fans are mine, not yours. Talk about you piece of shit. That's pathetic. This is Istanbul right now. I've got 3-0. Yeah.
It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there where you can go and get where you can sign up to us, and it helps us make this podcast. Helps us us pay for the podcast, helps us make it better, helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do, haven't we? Since
Yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aptamil to buy, and that fucking costs
We've
a
got
bomb.
kids to pay for.
Yeah.
Listen,
We
I'll
need
be
to
honest.
keep this-
If I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So
And we already know.
you don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Pick one. Help
Sign
us.
up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy
I don't
a
know how much
starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving.
That's what we are.
Look at me.
Look at him.
I'm
Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
It's happening.
Hi everyone, welcome to another one podcast. Episode 110 or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, 110 with me, Simon Wozniak, Rob Thomas, co-host. To the left, returning, the big JC, not Jesus Christ. It's only artist John Charles.
It's happening, John. You all right?
Good, I'm good.
Good to have you back. And then we got a debutant. I didn't realise Gary had never been on. Gary Highland, everyone.
Yeah.
There you go. He's probably more recognised in this room than we are. That's why I thought he'd been on. I thought if we had him on, I was like, no.
We've had some hate over that though from your hardcore fans as well though.
Really?
That's another one's room, you cheeky bastard. It's a fucking shared studio.
Good on you. Well done there.
Studio.
Scared of nothing, Gary. All that.
Fucking hardcore.
Small, but we're fucking gangsters.
Threatening to cut me and everything. Bastards.
Yeah, so it's exciting. Scouse Pod. I've got to wool it up a bit now. I was Dubai.
Now straight into it.
Fuck me. Going slowly there, did you?
No.
Didn't
even spit on it.
When you said he was on this, I was like, oh, fuck me. Me man and I can't watch this now.
No, I'll be good.
He'll be good.
So I had John on when I had a podcast in my dining room.
Right.
Yeah, I remember
years
that.
ago,
Yeah.
and we had fun. And then I invited him on ours, and he was like, "No, I'm not.
Right.
I'll get into
Well,
it."
didn't another guy left your pod because of that sort of stuff, didn't he?
No, he didn't leave because of that. He left because he was a fucking
You had a wall, and he didn't like getting called a wall every episode.
No. He had a fucking bad bugle problem. Was fucking having dealers knocking on his door, and he just kept going egging. So I've outed him now. Fuck.
He's I gigged with him. He's a nice lad. He's all
He
right.
seems all right, yeah.
Who?
Oh, it's all about it.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Oh, you got another one, have you?
He had another one left as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Anyway,
He's on now.
I don't know the other guy you're on about.
No, it was funny. So, I weren't on the podcast to start with.
No, you weren't. No.
I was just a producer. It was just Danny and Alex.
Yeah.
And I just fucking recorded it and all that, because I had me mixing and all that. And they kept talking to me, and I was like, I'm not mic'd up or cameraed up. Like, this is terrible for podcasting. And it just developed, and I ended up getting on camera and stuff. And then Danny decided to take it in a different direction.
Yeah.
And him and Alex.
And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. But we went to one of Alex's gigs a few weeks back, and And we were talking, me, Danny and Alex outside, and this fella came home and was like, I love the podcast. I went to Alex, will you get a photo with Gary and Danny for me? I made him get a photo. Right. It was heartbreaking. I've got a video of him as well, emceeing at his gig, having a breakdown about the podcast. So I got
really?
I was the opening act, so I just went. That's why we got rid of him, because he's in our bed.
It's a fucking heavy world, the podcast game.
I know, yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Horrible.
I hate it. I fucking hate doing this.
Podcast and comedy. I said this to me bird. I said, if I knew what comedy was like before I got into it, I'd never fucking got into it. Like.
Oh, the industry-wise.
Oh, mate, it's madness, isn't it?
Yeah, you never realise until it's too late, though,
exactly,
do you?
Yeah.
And then you just think, there's no point stopping now. I'm great, and then you just. So how was it?
You know what? It was good. It was bad. It was a mixed bag of emotions. It's a bit of a tough. Honestly, I've hit some like absolute career highs whilst I was over there.
Yeah.
But also not career lows, but like I think personal lows. It's probably the most lonely I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, I imagine it's hard, like just being
the most lonely place, unless you are with a family or like a single person top shagger.
Yeah, Andrew Tate.
Married man who's got kids who's over there on his own.
No, yeah.
Just talk right into there for us, John. You talk us to the side. There you go. Yeah. Nice. Sorry to be a pain.
What about a sex god taxi driver? Do you reckon he could fucking flourish over there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's flying. He wears fucking shorts and flip flops all the time anyway.
I'd adapt. I'd just become a shagger.
I was saying to these before, the first week that I got there, I was staying like this apartment hotel.
Yeah.
And I went on Instagram and I was at the pool, so I tagged the location in for the hotel, and within about 10 minutes got a message off my missus, where the fuck are you? I was like, I'm at the pool, at the hotel. She went, you're at a brothel. I was like, I'm not. She was like, these fucking brasses everywhere. I was like, what? And it turns out this apartment hotel was just full of fucking brasses.
As if he didn't know. He was like, oh,
yeah.
But then,
when you say brasses, like the kind of brass, like
Shield Road
brass. I'm assuming it's the birds on Instagram who are like Liverpool to buy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was wondering.
Allegedly, you've got to.
That was making me laugh when you were over there thinking you were like one of their birds, like Liverpool to buy in the bio, so like get on with it.
But there was a mum and daughter, and they were constantly staring at me and everything, and I'm like,
sportsman's double.
And then the ma lifted their ass out the pool and went, ooh. They were brasses, the mum and daughter.
Were they? Yeah, working together. They could get some dough if they work together, though.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
There's all kinds of mad shit going on.
There must be plenty of like brasses out there who do like mother-daughter shit.
Do you reckon?
From what I've gathered out there, there's nothing that you can't do.
Sounds like a good slogan for it, yeah? There's nothing you can't do. Incest. Fine.
Sounds like Benidorm, except behind closed doors. Do it on the street in Benidorm.
Right.
That's mad. So when you're over there then, you're just trying to fill your time just because like...
Yeah, so like the first 4 weeks, it was like, I was fucking buzzing because I had stuff to work towards. I knew like I had my exhibition, didn't I, in October with the modern poet stuff. That first 4 weeks, that was... amazing. Everybody wants the piece of it.
Yeah.
There was never a space to fill because everybody kind of wanted a little bit of me at that point. As soon as the exhibition was over, you never see a fucking soul again.
Right.
So this is one thing that I've tried to explain to my daughter. So when I came back, because when I came back, didn't I, in December, and then I went back for good in January. And at one point there, I was painting on a yacht. And it was this big super yacht. I had like 100 people behind me while I'm painting live. Everyone recording, taking photos. It was absolutely fucking bouncing. And when I was in the car, when I came back, my daughter and the mates like, that must have been amazing. Like everybody there for you to take the... And I was like, it was for that 10 minutes. But the second that was over, that day, I never seen a fucking soul off that yacht again. Nobody bothered with me ever again after that. Because they all went to get their content for their social media.
Yeah, to be seen on the yacht.
With logos on. Like, shit. Stood behind me getting photos with me. But after that, I never seen any one of them again.
Yeah.
It's like you can get off stage then. It's just like, you have that moment where it's nice, and then once you're off, you're just in a fucking Burger King on your own.
It was a proper fucking low. Like,
that must have been like... It must have been hard because you're sober, aren't you?
Yeah.
We deal with that for ale. Like sometimes I'll let the ale if I come home because you come off stage playing to like 600 people that night. and you're like a fucking god. You're like, fucking hell, that was amazing and all that. And you realise you're like, oh no, I'm just some dickhead dad. He's got to get up at 9 o'clock in the morning to go and do the footy, and she's going to moan at me because I can see 3 different jobs I haven't done in this living room already. And you're like, I was a god 5 minutes ago. What the fuck's happened?
Do you know what?
And the next thing you need a bottle of whiskey down. Sort of
if I
thing.
could have come home to have like me wife or me daughter moan at me, it'd have been a bit more normal. But I was coming home and I was just sat in an apartment on my own. And I'm like, that's a fucking low and a half. And then I was saying to Gary before, like, so I sold my biggest piece that I've ever sold. My Mona Lisa painting sold for £20,000 out there. Wow. Now, and that's a fucking lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, that's money I didn't make that in my day job for a year.
Yeah.
The job that I walked away from, and I made it from one painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was amazing when the sale went through, and I'm like, yes. And then I literally looked around and I was like, there's no one to celebrate with.
Just them brasses, lad.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is that 20 grand doesn't last very long. Now it's to buy brasses. Like you say, you could have 80 seal roaders, but not only one to buy brass.
But a question I wanted to ask you, obviously you said like fucking when you got back, if you had your bird and your daughter to go back to, when was the last time you were away from them before Dubai? Like for a long period of time?
Never,
exactly.
I've never gone more than 2 days.
Like a holiday,
one night. Emmy might have stayed out to the mates for one night. That was the longest I've ever gone without seeing her.
Really?
Jen the same. I don't think.
It's like 13
she's
years
never
solid.
Been going on like.
You never worked away or nothing, no? Like. Not
that I remember.
You know.
Not while I've been sober, anyway.
Yeah.
When I was pissed.
Can't remember. He was that fucked.
But since I've been sober, no. Like, I don't do anything. I don't go out or nothing like that. Like, my life is just painting pictures.
Family and painting, yeah.
Slippers on, cup of tea.
Well, filling that time, I think, would be so hard. Not without drinking. I don't know what I honestly do not know what I would do.
You being sober, because like
eat.
It would, eat.
But so over there, right? So when I first got there, everyone was like, "Just be careful with the food." There's this thing called the Dubai Stone. I'm like, "Fuck off! I'll be training twice a day," and I did. And I trained twice a day. But then this laziness comes in.
Yeah.
And it was like, you can order anything to your door. If you want a chocolate mousse at 4 a.m, you can get one. And I'm thinking, fuck off, I'll never be one of them. It got to the point where I'd be sitting there and I'm bored and I'm like, get on me fucking, what's it called? Insta Foods, I think it was, or Noon.
Yeah.
And I'd order a bag of peanuts M&Ms to me door. And that's all I'd get. But I'd be given like I'd give it the delivery driver like a 25 quid tip because I'd feel that fucking guilty.
25 quid M&Ms,
But that's the stage that it got
just
to.
That, just out of boredom.
I just ordered a bag of peanuts M&Ms at like 10 o'clock at night.
Because you can though, it's there, innit?
Anything to your door.
You'd be better saying to the delivery driver, just come in for half an hour.
Yeah.
25
just talk to me, lad. I'll give you the 25 notes.
Give me a hug.
How you been? Where you
Did you not manage to make a friend at all?
That sounds like I've got no mates. No, it is.
Yeah.
What you've got to remember is a lot of people have got their own families. So if they're doing work during the day or whatever, they want to do what I want to do.
You feel like you're imposing on them, sort of thing.
In the evening.
Yeah.
So I couldn't go and impose myself on other people.
Just sharing kids with other people.
Yeah. But I,
be a childminder in Dubai.
I'll babysit. Fuck, I'll do anything.
I'm living the dream.
Just John like Schwarzenegger in kindergarten cop. Walk around with loads of kids around him.
Nanny Mac Charles over there.
What was good is like there was a couple of people who had become like really good mates with. So one of my mates from Liverpool, Tiffany, she was a teacher out there. But she was always busy because she was doing she was acting like in a play as well. So her evenings were taken up with that. But I'd see her whenever I could, but that might be every couple of weeks. And then I had another mate who's a mind coach, Claudia, and I'd get to see her, but that'd be every couple of weeks because she like time manages like incredibly.
Yeah.
So the good mates who I did have, they were busy building their own empires and stuff. But there was one family who adopted me, like an American. This family from America, man and wife, and they've got kids. FBI agents.
Quality, that.
What were you over there for?
I'm not going to get in trouble, but I'm not going to say the names.
Yeah.
Working. We have like sections of different enforcement or whatever.
Working on the sex trafficking. That's why he befriended John. Round there every 5 minutes, come and see, look at who's coming in and who's coming out the pool.
John was a spy.
But if it weren't for them, I don't know what I'd done over there. Like every Sunday, they'd invite me around for like Sunday lunch.
Yeah.
And that would just be like,
at least got somewhere to go.
Yeah.
I went with like, I ended up I reckon I was depressed when I was in Leeds in uni for the similar reason, because I got there.
Leave it there, depressed. That's what you need to say. You know?
I got there, and the first year
legal brasses in Leeds. Yeah.
Got no teeth.
We've had this on the pod before. Leeds have got a designated area you can get a brass. I don't know whether there's anymore. Yeah, I'm sure they have. Yeah.
That's a nice
I didn't know about it when I lived there. I didn't know about that.
He's not allowed to giggle either.
I don't know whether they've stopped it now or they've had one, but I'm sure there's somewhere in Leeds.
Was there a hamster
where they've gone? They want to keep it safe,
right?
So there's a street or something where they can actually do it.
Did you ever see the one on Channel 5, the brothel in Sheffield? There's a brothel in Sheffield, and there was a documentary on it, and they weren't like your Dubai escorts. They were like fucking.
Right, yeah.
Little fat greasy knobheads and that, right?
Oh,
and
go on, pal.
It was hilarious. It was one of them, she was like, oh, one of my regulars is coming in today, and this half fella just come in with like 2 fucking blue carrier bags like that, walking in. And she went, I'll come see you in a minute, John. Sent him upstairs. So she went, turned around to the cameraman, and he was like, what are the bags? She was like, oh, he's got like 20 cans of custard. She went, he just likes me to get a bath in custard and then sleeps with me. And I was like, what a fucking guy, lad. Just like
you, was it?
Yeah.
Passing your time in Dubai. I'm a bath of custard.
Where's that in Leeds?
In Sheffield.
Anything you want at 2 o'clock in the morning? 20 cans of ambrosia.
Right.
Sorry for the segue there.
It's fine.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
No, I was saying I went through similar times.
Leeds depressed.
So my Leeds being depressed. You went straight to brasses again.
No, I went.
It's a theme, innit?
Yeah. I went to Leeds first year, amazing. My half fellow was on the cabs declaring fuck all.
Yeah.
And then second year, he gone like back to having a proper job, cards in on the Spark, and so my loan went from fucking $6 grand to $2 grand. Second year of Leeds, basically didn't have enough to pay, just enough to cover most of my rent, and then I had to get a job to pay the rest of it. Then I had no money. So in the end, it was just me, these 2 lads I was meant to be living with, who were just out all the time, just living on my own. And like you say, you just get fucking like, I was waking up, getting a shower and going back to bed and just lying in bed all day on like my laptop, just fucking bored off my skull. No money to go anywhere. I like to go and see everyone and just being like,
could have gone to the gym.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably should have. At least you had some good habits over there.
Sort of smashing the vending machine.
Yeah. I'm so depressed.
In the end, I managed to get another apartment, which was like downtown or like by the Verge. And it was massive. It was a big apartment, so I started painting while I was there then. Because at first I wasn't really painting anything.
Shoebox.
I had nowhere to fucking paint. But when I got this new apartment, I went out and I bought like my easel, I bought canvases, and then I started creating like a whole new collection whilst I was out there. So a lot of my time I'd end up just paint and paint and paint. But there was one point where I don't think I spoke to another person face to face for about 10 days.
Jesus.
I don't think I actually spoke for 10 days.
Fucking hell.
Honestly.
Not even the delivery man.
No, I was too embarrassed. Whenever they came, I'd be like, "This is it."
Right, you didn't even.
It was
home alone and it leaving at the door.
It was to the point where you'd be stood there and you just go like, "Ah."
Can I still speak?
Make a fucking noise.
Yeah. Tom Hanks off fucking
painting himself a Wilson.
Yeah.
Castaway.
But that was dark. That honestly, like I said to you before,
you spoke just as it is to check you still had the voice. Just a few grunts when you're wanking. Speaking to yourself during a wanker, that was it.
Oh, go on, John.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was just fucking dead weird. I feel like, how am I supposed to turn this dark now after that?
It's the only time he spoke. He's having a wank. Put your fingers in my arse, go on. That lad living in that apartment's fucking heavy, you know.
Get back to M&M's and put them up his ass like that. Like the bird off Ali G with fucking M&M's. Put them paint on them, firing them against the canvas.
You might have got up to some fucking weird shit in that apartment.
Sorry, John.
I can't believe you're not painting the peanut M&M. One of the fellas from the TV advert.
Peanut M&M's here. I'm going to regret saying this in case my bird's man and dad watches it, but have you ever tried to fill your foreskin with something?
No.
No. Okay, I am. 4 peanut M&Ms I got in there. Sealed
Did you eat them afterwards?
Did you eat them? Yeah.
Probably. Have you never done that?
I've got loads of fun. You started it. You said fucking peanut M&Ms.
Is that what you got to? Is that what you got to? You thought I'm going to put something.
I didn't do that day. I done that over here. It was just because you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Waiting for him
In Leeds.
4 M&Ms.
But when you open the bag, though, there's different sizes, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think there's a video of me somewhere. Not that.
Peanuts.
Just with peanut M&Ms on the balcony, just going. There was a day I sat there just doing that. That's all I had to do.
So when you paint, then you have to be in do you have to be in a certain mindset to paint? Like you can't just get it and just start painting. You have to be like, I want to do this.
Yeah. And it's usually like I'll watch something, like to get myself into it.
Right.
I think the last collection, the collection that I done while I was over there was, I think it's called Where Art Is Born, and it was likes of Marilyn Monroe, Frida Kahlo, Audrey Hepburn. But before I done any of the paintings, I just fucking primed everything and just bought documentary after documentary and watched all kinds about them, and then started painting.
Okay.
So when you're painting, you like having to really think about what you're doing, because the way you look at it on your videos and that just looks like you're just fucking doing it dead easy and that. Like you could knock one of them up in 20 minutes and be like, yeah, whatever. Like
whilst I'm actually doing it, I don't have much. This sounds dead fucking arty. I don't have much thought.
Just gone from shoving peanut M&Ms in his belly to now going talking about his process. Sometimes when I'm not thinking too much.
I'm a conduit for the art.
Just spitting M&Ms into the fan.
I just feel I'm a conduit for the art.
You said you got a video. You spitting M&Ms. Is your bear in that video?
Yeah, that's
it. Your bear must be sitting there thinking, I fucking sold the house for this. And he's like,
I just love the idea.
Sold the house for this. That must be the worst. Selling the house in your birthday. She's in a brass house. You like that?
Go on, anyways. Let's go from your process now. So, what is the process before you have to do it? It's like when we go like, oh, we want to write a new bit. It's like you can't just. We've got to get up on stage and do it, but like, you couldn't just start doing it. You've got to.
I could just start painting somebody, but I like to research who I'm painting first. So this is why I don't like doing like family portraits, because there's no way of me learning about that person unless I know that person. Or it's like something.
Do you plan the painting as well? Like if you're going to leave the house to come here, you fucking plan a journey. Yeah. So you know how you're going to paint it and stuff. How you're going to go around it.
Colours and stuff to see whether or not, because I don't feel like everybody can be painted in black and white. So for me, it doesn't work on everyone. But I'll always do it quite often. I'll do like a sketch first. And have your tit.
I can't help it. I just keep thinking to the thing.
You can see it behind his eyes,
talking about his process, but then he was shoving M&Ms in his
People can be more than one thing.
I know they can.
Everyone's got layers.
But it sounds so interesting. No, I genuinely want to listen to it. I'm interested in it. But every time I look at it, I'm just thinking it's just...
Another one.
Getting the big gobstoppers from Gulliver's Mill.
Van Gogh doing that. What you never knew about Van Gogh. He just used to spit on his feet.
He used to stick fucking earlobes down his foreskin.
Right, no, so...
Tell us about the time you were depressed.
And then smiling.
No, because it's interesting, the idea to think like, you just what on Instagram, it's just like you just go in there, throw a load of paint on it, and then just fucking do it. They're dead talented, know what you got, and then that's done.
There's some days where I'll literally just get up and like a thought will come in, like I'll think of something, like fuck, I've got to just get in here and paint that now. Like this morning, I went in and I thought, I'm painting a Liverpool fucking skyline. Ignore him.
You're gonna have to let it go, wasn't
I
it?
spent about 6 hours this morning just painting this Liverpool skyline. And I'm like, fuck me.
So you know when you do something like the skyline, will you then leave that, or is that just straight? Because like obviously you had the modern poets, and then you got your other collections. So do you ever think I'll leave that because that might become part of a collection, or do you think I had to get that out of me? That's now gone.
So I have loads of ad hoc ones where I've just got to get it out, and I'll just release it anyway because I need people.
Sorry.
He's a Twitter.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to stand outside.
Go and get some peanut M&M's from the vending machine down the end, look.
I can't do it.
What's your process, Simon?
Yeah, John, how many mic can I
Hang on.
You can get down your Joey, lad. Right, while you're laughing, let me just give you presents. Right.
What?
I've got you.
You know what, my brother listens to this podcast more than any other fucking podcast. He's going to be fucking in bits watching this now.
Have you ever had a can of dragon soup before?
No.
That looks horrific.
Alcoholic energy drink.
Well, that's no good for me.
Yeah, that's heart attacks in a can. So you've got punch, you got dark fruit punch or red cola. What one do you want?
Red cola, please.
Yeah, lad.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
Caffeine, taurine, and guarana.
Jesus Christ, Gary.
It's heart attack and it's Sinler.
7.5% as well.
Where'd you find something like that?
That's what Freddie Quinn's been on for the past 5 years.
That's why you got Legionnaires, lad. His body's just
Oh,
shut
by the way, I
down.
would tell you, do you reckon he got Legionnaires from that flat that you're going to in Dublin?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. The one you're taking your daughter out in partner
Yeah.
to.
Oh, that's nice.
He's something to look forward
Really?
to.
From there?
That's what they think that's what he thinks he's got it from.
What is this? It's like dirty fucking.
It was just still water. That's been static for ages.
Oh,
What did you get, John?
I didn't. I spoke to him outside. I said to him.
You didn't. You
did.
didn't tell me you didn't get me
I
a
said,
fucking
I've just said to
present.
you before. I didn't get you a fucking presents.
Oh.
Well, there's a box of sweets in there.
There's your mic and Ike's, lad.
What a Myconite.
They look more suitable
Yeah.
to put in.
No, the square, oblong.
You got golden bears.
They're shite then.
Had a sugar rush in the shop.
Right.
Then Mike and Ike's a deadly, have one.
No. I thought we were chewing down this, do I?
Yeah, no, yeah, I have them at the end.
Gluten free, fat free,
Perfect.
every fucking
Perfect for you.
in the world.
There you go. Right.
I don't feel like they were meant for me.
They went.
Feel like I've just took your sweet.
Do you want them back?
Right.
You one of these, we won't get back on it. Made you late, disrespected your time, whacked you over the head, and now got you back on the gear.
I know, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking poor John, man. Had a hell of a time.
And Simon won't stop laughing at one.
I'm going to stop now. Like, come on, because it's going to be, if more we got play on it, the worse it's going to get.
The worst thing is, it's cause it's from you, because we've heard well worse things from comics. But the idea that an artist is what's getting to him.
Yeah.
He can't handle the fact that
it's just
someone who makes art or
the gear
He's
from where we went.
Place, you know, he's fucked up in the head.
Oh, no, yeah.
Have you ever told him your superpower?
No.
Can I bring it up?
Yeah.
He can smell menstruation.
I know, I think I told us this.
Powerfully.
Off the camera, I think.
What do you mean?
I could be walking through town and I'm like,
She's on.
Rob full of it.
I even know, either you have told me that or I know someone else you can do
I
that.
could be sat in a room as long as it's not somebody that I know.
And is it all blood or just menstruation?
Work if I know the person. If it's a stranger.
It's like getting your head stuck in a 2p machine in the arcade, innit?
You think you'd be able to... How close do you have to be to them before you know whether they're on or not?
In the room.
In the room? So if someone was stood by that fridge now and they were on, you could...
Possibly. I've done it before and I've said, I don't want to bring any
I've
names
done it.
into it.
You're on, girl.
Before.
You're on the blob.
I've had to give a nudge and be like, can you find out? And the other person...
Can you
like,
find
yeah.
out?
And I'm like, fucking...
I knew I had this power. I knew
Apparently,
that star when I was
it's
6.
Autistic people with autism can smell it really a lot. So
Yeah.
You just diagnosed yourself there, John.
everyone else is diagnosed with it anyway.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. I didn't know
How
that.
the fuck did we get on this? We've been having a good conversation about
I don't know. Oh, here's your superpower.
It's just to distract him from M&M's, that's all it was.
Yeah, but then you put them on something worse now.
No.
Yeah, I know, but it's the gear. I love the gears that we've got.
Right.
I went from the bell end thing to the deep process behind the art. Fantastic podcasting.
So I was asking you, when you have like
the skyline,
you have the modern poets and that. When you paint something, is there ever you paint and you go, this is going to be part of something, or is it just got to get out of me, it's gone now sort of thing?
What I've learned over the past maybe couple of years is that I need to paint in collections.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be going with like a gallery or I can't think of it, art publishers and stuff like that, they want to see collections. They don't want to see random one-off pieces.
Right.
But if you're trying to make,
but I imagine that's hard creatively though.
A lot of pressure on yourself, that, isn't it?
Yeah, so I will often do like a collection of 5 to 6 pieces, but in between doing those 5 to 6, I'll paint random ones because you've got to make money whilst you're building the collection.
Yeah,
you can't just sit there like, right, for the next 3 months, I'm painting that, I'm not earning anything. So I will do like random stuff throughout it, and it's usually something to do like the live are building. It's like a Robbins or comic stuff. Like
how long will it take you to think what your collection's going to be? Because I imagine, like I'm imagining modern poets. How long do you give that? Because do you ever get there and you go, right, I need 6 pieces, and after 3, I'm thinking, I actually don't even fucking like this that much.
No, I'll know every one who I'm painting before I start the first one.
Yeah.
Usually, when it comes to stuff like that.
So in modern, let's say modern poets, you decided hip hop. That's what I wanted to go with. Yeah. Was another thing where there was never part where you're like, I don't even know if I like 6 enough to paint them, sort of thing. Would you ever get to that? Do you ever think like, oh, I'll do idols, and you know what, I don't like the 6 sort of the way I'm going with this, so I'm going to go something else. I'm
in a bit of a predicament at the minute because I've got a new exhibition coming up in February. It's me and another artist, and we've got 10 pieces each to do.
Yeah.
And the gallery's called it Liverpool Legends, right? So I'm straight away, I'm thinking,
is there 20 of them?
This is going to be hard because if I said Cilla Black, you might think, because you're not from Liverpool, you might think
steady on, John.
But Liverpool would be like the fucking Tory cunt. And
that's what I mean. Yeah.
So it's like, where do we go with this legend thing now for this exhibition? So I said to them, can we have it like connected to Liverpool, like a Liverpool connection?
Does it have to be
like Klopp would be a good one for me to paint because I know he's commercially. I can sell a painting of Klopp.
Yeah,
I'm not going to probably not going to sell a painting of like Jimmy Tarver.
Yeah,
that's not going to sell for £5,000 painting. You know what I mean? So this is where I've got this exhibition coming up, and I'm like, who the fuck do I paint here?
That's financially viable as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do I do 5 paintings which are like, you'll sell them, and then 5 paintings which are like a little bit of a keep people happy kind of thing. I want to do Sinbad out of Brookie. Because I know his daughter. Shout. So I might be able to try and get
Jennifer Ellison.
Jimmy Corkill flying.
Just all the Brookside.
Jimmy Corkill kissed me once.
Did he?
Yeah.
That must be hard to think though. Like say, this has got to sell though as well.
So I haven't got a single one. I haven't
it's all the old legends. How many of them are fucking paedophiles and you don't know about? You know what I mean?
On everything.
All the art fellas.
It's no matter who you pick. Somebody's gonna have something to say.
Stephen French.
I just shout that.
Why don't you do it for people?
Cocky Warren.
People who you know.
No, the drug lords to go. We know what they are.
Yeah, fuck it.
Per Blackie.
Per Blackie. Fucking monkey nuts.
Easy this, lad.
No, it's
this one.
Chuck Wozniak on there.
Kev Cobbs.
No, but I'm thinking. You do P Price. You do it. Okay, what you say?
Cocky what Frenchie?
French. Yeah. They'll buy their
devil.
own. Yeah, of course. They'll buy their own. So that's them 2 sold straight away.
And the word legend is like it's all about easy, isn't it? So I know whoever I put in that 10, I'm gonna have to stay off my social media because I'll get shit for it no matter what.
Well, that's it. And with Liverpool as well, it's you die a hero, or you live long, or you stay alive long enough to become a villain.
If you're doing a footy player, just sit on the fence and do like Nick Barmby or something.
Ken Wright
for both teams.
Ken Wright.
Yeah, but again, who's buying Ken Wright?
What would you do it while I was going to say, would you do it while I'm dead? That'll last that.
What, Everton don't buy anything?
No. It might, like, if I do release anything with Liverpool, painting will sell. The prints will probably sell out. I really something to do with Everton. I'm lucky if I sell fucking 5 prints.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder how much of it, because I know what Everton are like. Like, they hate Jamie Webster now. Yeah. Even though he's got his own songs, they won't listen to his own songs because he does Liverpool songs. Like, I wonder how much of it is they've seen you sell stuff from Liverpool and that's it. You're a copite now.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying anything off him. He's a copite.
And then just go home and batter the beds.
This is why I openly just talk about being a Blackburn fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, lad. I've had them in my day.
Pedersen and all that.
All
I've been a Blackburn fan back in the day, yeah.
He's, yeah.
You're not
Yeah, man. Nah. Liverpool through and through
MGP
now.
lad back in the day, innit?
Liverpool through and through now, lad.
So when I was 9, I went to Benidorm. And
Yeah.
I met
That was funny, that,
two
enjoyed
girls
it.
from Blackburn, and I thought I'll pretend to be a Blackburn fan and I'll get in with them. And
Things we do for love.
nothing happens. I was 9, I think. They might have been about 12 or something like that. But I fell in love with the both of them, Claire and Katie.
Yeah.
So whilst
Shout
I was
out.
in Dubai, right? So I've stayed with Blackburn ever since. Whilst I was in Dubai, my bird sent me a photograph. I've got like a little memory box of things from years ago.
Gay that.
She found a pen pal letter from Katie and Claire.
Stop it.
Right? And
An empty packet of M&M's.
peanut M&M's. Get it right.
Full smelly M&M's.
Stuck together.
She sent me this picture and I thought, you know what, let's just try and see what happens here with social media. So I covered the address and I stuck it on Twitter and on Facebook.
Yeah.
Within 24 hours, I found both of them.
Oh, no way.
One still lives in
Still fit.
Blackburn, one lives in Australia.
One's a brass in
and, I'm
Dubai.
going, and I'm going to game with one of them on the 19th of December.
Stop it. Oh, that's cool, that.
Fucking mad.
That's boss,
How's your
that.
bird feel about that?
She's married, I'm married, I'm all right.
Oh, right.
Not like that gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're a knob.
What?
That's in here fucking
I
head
never
now.
said nothing. I never said nothing.
He's planted that seed now, hasn't he? Oh, that's cool, that, though. But isn't it mad the power of social media? Because without fucking putting that on social media, how would you have ever found them?
As much as I hate a lot of social media, for something like that, it was fucking
Yeah.
brilliant. We had like
Yeah.
Blackburn fans in New York sharing it and everything. And then we had all fucking like Labour MPs and stuff. And all. I think it was a Burnley fan who found it for me in the end.
Oh, right.
Boss, that.
That's cool,
I don't
that.
know how I got onto that.
That is cool.
Was Shearer
like fucking
wasn't
Evan.
there when you were a Blackburn fan?
Yeah.
Was he? Yeah.
Because I got
I
my
left
shirt,
when he
got my
left.
Shirt, and then I saved up my pocket money to get Shearer number 9 on. Come home, my brother just laughed at me. And I was like, what are you laughing at? And he went, he's fucking gone. I was like,
Seen his daughter,
what?
Chloe.
What?
My mate,
You're on a horny one today,
my
yeah.
mate had her on MySpace.
Added on MySpace.
Hey, back in the day. I think she sings
what
now.
background do they have on
I
MySpace?
don't know. I think she sings now.
Right.
Chloe. Shout out Chloe Shearer.
He's on one.
Do you,
No, I'm interested in the process. I don't feel I've done about the process.
you know, you say about this up and come on, you're another artist. So when you say, have you been commissioned to do that? What or do they just want to collect? Well, basically, business wise, if you get commissioned, do they pay anything up front for anything?
If
Or?
somebody commissions me for a painting, they're buying that whole painting. So they'll give me a 25% deposit first.
Right.
Then I'll paint it. The day that I say this is finished and send them a picture, they pay the balance.
Yeah.
But when it comes to an exhibition with a gallery, there's nothing. You fund everything yourself. So I will complete 10 paintings. I'll buy all the stretches, get them all
Right.
framed up, put them in the exhibition,
So
and wait for the sale. And then when they sell the gallery, I'll take 30%.
You ever had the rat not pay?
He cunts.
Dubai was 60%.
What?
60.
So this
That's
is, yeah.
that's
Nah.
But that must be hard artistically then, because you could take that Liverpool Legends and go, you know what, I'm going to spin this another way. I'm going to do 10 faces around the city that everyone would know. So if you're like a Liverpool fan, there's a fella called like Jaffa who was in the
I would rather do that.
but you're never going to sell it. That's the only problem.
So there was a
Like Plinkety Plonk. Imagine a John Charles,
Yeah.
a Plinkety Plonk.
That's the
Everyone would
type
go
of
mad
people
for
I'd
it,
like
but
to
who
paint.
the fuck's buying
But
it?
at the same time, I've got to make money.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's
And
like if the gallery commissioned that and paid for it, you'd be like,
You have
sound.
freedom.
I'll do. Yeah,
No
How
gallery
much are
without
you in?
commissions,
How
no.
much are you in then for an exhibition roughly? Like to get your paintings fucking, as you say.
How much would it cost me to
Yeah.
do?
I
I
don't
don't
see that.
even know if I could put a price on it.
Yeah. But it's a significant amount in it. It's not fucking.
Oh yeah,
Chump change.
every exhibition I've had, I've always self-funded as well. I've never had anybody pay me a fucking penny for anything. Even like venues and stuff, apart from like the St. Helens Wales of Glass, their venues, they give me the venue.
Yeah.
But other solo exhibitions I've had, I've paid for all my venues, everything.
big
I've
risk,
never
innit?
funded for it. Yeah, well,
So you know the pervert one you did with the women? Yeah. Who bought them ones?
nobody, because I give one painting out of every one to each of the women who posed.
Right.
And then one woman bought 2 of her own as well. But the rest of them never sold.
There's a labour of love.
Well, yeah. I fucking know where he's going with this.
No, I'm not. No. I want to ask you is, have you ever had a rat not pay you? You know, the 25%, and then you say, "There's it's done. Send the balance now."
Yeah. So I've got somebody in Dubai at the minute who hasn't paid £2,500 for the painting.
Out them, lad.
Rat.
I gave him the painting, and he said, "I haven't actually got any money with me right now. I'll give you the deposit before you go back to the UK." Never ever happened.
Fuck him.
I've had.
Were they from Dubai?
They were
Or
living
just-
there.
Right, yeah.
I'm not going into too much detail.
No, because I know, like, so my cousin does adverts and stuff, and their companies now refuse to do anything with, like, Dubai, Saudi Arabia and that, because it's not that they don't pay money to them. Like, but I don't mean, like, the expats over there. I mean, like, the literally, like, royal family and stuff. Like, money to them is such, like, a non-issue that they don't understand when you're chasing payments.
Yeah.
So, like, you wait, like, 9 months to get paid from something, and to them, if you were to ask them, like, where's this money?
Yeah, because
like,
they're loaded, it doesn't bother them, but that could cripple someone who's a small firm or something.
The other thing over there, what I found frustrating was that if somebody over here owes you money and it got to a, you just go and give them a fucking slap with your foot through the front.
Yeah, absolutely, lad. Yeah.
And you give them a slap. Give someone a slap over there, you're going to nick. And that's why people over there know you can take the piss out of you.
Yeah.
Because you can't give me a slap because you'll go.
So you've only had that one instant of not getting.
I lent somebody else £1,000 to help him out because he hadn't been paid his wages. Turns out he was fucking lying the whole time, and he hasn't paid me back either.
But while you were over there?
Yeah.
But that wasn't for art. That was just you helping someone out.
Like a friendship.
Is that
But
just
again,
full of, like-
because he's there?
Right.
He knows I can't hit him. He turned up one day, and I said, "If you were in Liverpool now, I would fucking slap you everywhere." And he just stood there because everywhere's cameras up.
Yeah.
The whole city is cameras everywhere. So you can't get away with nothing. Over here, I've had a couple of people bump me for prints.
But is there nothing legal you could do? Go like they've not paid that. Was it based like I don't really know.
It's been like being a grass, isn't it? Like
Yeah, but if you go like that's going to be a £4,000 painting, and then they paid £1,000, you've sent them a photo, done the work, and then go like pay me the balance, I'll send it, and they've gone nah.
the one with the painting didn't pay me a fucking penny.
Does it feel like there's a lot of people over there because you can get away with shit like that over there?
So what I found hard was like there's a few things like people don't seem to have manners.
Yeah.
Like the please and thank you is just gone. So someone will bring you a cup of coffee over and they just go and start, and I'm like,
I hate that, you know.
say thank you.
Is that another culture thing though?
Not the M-Latin.
Was that the?
It's the expats.
Oh yeah, but they're horrors, aren't they?
Watch Russians, Ukrainians, Americans, Indians, Pakistanis. All the expats seem to have like not all of them,
Chip on the
a
shoulder.
lot of them.
Other countries don't necessarily have as classist as what we are.
No, yeah, but no, the difference is, in UK, it's entrenched in us.
Yeah.
Into, like, everything, like schools, stuff like that. In places, like, class is new to a lot of people. So, like, in America, so Americans quite openly talk about what class they are, as if, like, they're not ashamed of it. And it's because it's much more a literal thing. It's like money where you're from, where you come from, sort of thing like that. So they're not like, whereas in us, we try not to talk about it. It's a lot like money over there. You say nothing because they don't want you to talk about it because it's built into everything. Whereas places like that, it's more of an entitlement thing.
It felt like though there was people who went there and had like manners and stuff.
Yeah.
And treated
They've
people
changed.
equally. And then the longer they were there, you would see them turn into these little knobheads.
Yeah.
And just, I couldn't take it. Like, I'd be walking down the street. If I was walking face onto one of you, my natural action would be to turn. So, like, we can pass each other. There, mate, they just, not who asked who they are, they just walk into you.
No, that's
as if, like, I'm not moving.
I find it's only in Liverpool people try and turn. Anywhere outside of Liverpool, no one fucking turns, and it does me bad. And we were in York last week, and my bed nearly got into about 4 scraps because like people just weren't moving, so she was just shoulder barging people everywhere. I was like, you're gonna get done in, you know. And I'm a shitbag. I'm not gonna fight your battle for you, so I'm gonna get filled in.
I mean, over there, it seemed to be quite a lot. Like I'd get on better with like the man, like the lifeguard or whoever works in the supermarket and people like that. I seem to get on with more. In fact, let me just jump to this is where I was on about before about the collection you were on about me doing in Liverpool. I wanted to do one over there called The Faces of Dubai, but I got warned off by a PR to say this could cause you problems. I wanted to call it the real faces of Dubai. I wanted to paint like your gardener, your lifeguard, your supermarket person, the taxi drivers, the people on the little scooters delivering food. Because if it weren't for them, Dubai would be fucked. It wouldn't budge. It wouldn't move without those people. Do you know what I mean? They're
like the service industry
real
sort
people
of
in
thing,
Dubai. That's the fucking heart of it. And they don't get appreciated enough in my eyes. And that's why I wanted to do an exhibition. Hopefully I could still get to do it. And I wanted to get, like, say, 6 people, but I'd walk up to them, I'd speak to them in the street, give them me details and everything, take my own photos, do the paintings, and then for the exhibition, I wanted to, like, it might sound a little bit snotty, but it's not meant to be, but because they're not that well dressed, and I'd love to be able to, like, kit them out in, like, a little suit or something, and bring their family down for this exhibition, and, like, just make a day for them. That was one of my dreams that I had to do whilst I was over there, and after you've just said that, I might fucking do it.
Yeah, but that's hard because you said without those type of people, Dubai wouldn't be Dubai. Yeah. But without the arrogant cunts going to Dubai and creating an economy, they wouldn't have work either, would they? So it's a hard one to sort of look at. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. But
I'm going to be careful. I'm not going to reply to that one.
Okay.
Just
why?
Because I'm still got work over there.
I sort of
Tory cunt.
I sort of get what
the money came and you shut the fuck up, didn't you? Rat! Speak up, lad! Quick enough to throw Cilla Black under the bus, weren't you?
No, I sort of get where you're coming from, but like in the same sort of way, you can have a good service industry without treating them like shit. Like,
I get that.
America's got a shit hot service industry, but like as much as like obviously the economy's not the difference in economy levels isn't great, but they don't get treated like shit.
I'm not saying they deserve to be treated like shit, but without having all the fucking helmets going over there with all the fucking till.
I think what you mean is that without what's the word? Extravagance wasn't celebrated over there. You wouldn't be getting the people going over the way they are going over, and how good it is, because like that's the difference, isn't it? It's more all extravagance is being celebrated over there,
and it's just respect.
That's where the entitlement comes
at the end
from,
of the day. That's what does my head in, because like in work, I'll speak to a senior manager the same way I speak to a fucking cleaner. Obviously, in different forums it changes, but at the end of the day, you're a fucking human. And it just pisses me off when people do feel entitled.
Do you see where they live?
Who?
So the service industry people.
Oh, mate, yeah.
So like, how far away do they live from where there's someone like an expat like you would be in a?
You can almost get everywhere, I think, in half an hour.
Yeah.
Dubai's really, really small and massively fucking populated. So you could drive 20 minutes out, 30 minutes out, and you'll see like a block of apartments. But in that apartment, there might be 16 men.
Right, yeah.
And you'll see all the clothes hung, like...
Just slaves on
the walls. You'll just see clothes hung up everywhere outside trying to dry the clobber.
Yeah.
But I thought when we had Nickel on, he was talking about when they walked in with you at Imran, and they went, get the fuck out of here with you for camera.
That's
because it was the slaves and
that's very much construction industry, yeah.
So it's all built on slavery, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
So these people working in supermarkets.
I'm not saying the ones who work in supermarkets and stuff was, but a lot of construction. There's a lot of like Indian sort of like people who've been not forced to work there, but have been.
Well, yeah, they have
lied with
got the passports taken off when they went in.
Where's this?
In like
Dubai,
Qatar, and we're building the World Cup and stuff like that. There's a lot of like Indian sort of construction workers who've just been promised the world, and then they got over there and just treated.
We hear some horror stories, don't know how true they, but like where they fell off and they've literally just put cement in the grave.
That was my story. Yeah,
was that you? Yeah.
My mate went over there painting. He got there and he said, "Right, these are yours," and it's just 20 Indian fellas. I said, "What do you mean? It's like these now work for you, and you just tell them what to do." And like he got told a story that one of the Indian fellas had fell into like where they were laying foundations, and just before they were about to pour the concrete, like whatever they're doing, and apparently one of the bosses went, it cost too much to get him back out. Just fucking.
I've heard stories like that. That's when you start thinking, is it just a story as one person started?
That's
like another one where they just push donkeys off the thing. They get them to bring it up, and then they just fuck off, volley them off, and go, "That's it, you're down now." You bought up the shit, and they just push the donkey off, and then it's dead. That's what I heard.
Oh, that's horrible.
But again, it's from me, John. They don't any and I say that.
Surely,
It's wrong.
surely there's not enough donkeys.
No, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, lad.
Who's farming the donkeys to keep
They're finding
that
them.
going?
They're finding them, getting them to the top of them skyscrapers.
Like, at least with
Fucking
Indians,
boom.
you know, there's billions of them. With donkeys,
Telling you, lad.
just so overrun with donkeys. But
Like the start that I'm a celebrity when you have to walk the plank on that skyscraper, just donkeys on the plank.
That's it, lad. Poor donkeys.
Oh, we got from fucking slave trade to donkeys getting volleyed off skyscrapers. Simon Wozniak, that's how we got there.
But is that? Do you think because of that PR and them stories of construction workers, that do you think that that's why they didn't want you to paint the service industry, or do you think they don't want anything like that linked to them because they want to celebrate the extravagance?
Maybe, yeah.
That's a good point.
I think so. I think it's more the latter.
They've got an image to keep
about.
abounding.
One person who said to me, she would definitely struggle to PR that. It'd have to be done in a certain way. But like I've painted like Sheikh Mohammed over there, and them paintings sell instantly. Everybody wants a painting of him over there.
Really,
they're ruler, mate. They love him. I haven't heard a bad word said about him while I was there.
Yeah, because they get killed if they say anything about
Like
them.
even in private and stuff.
Yeah, because the walls have ears over there, lad. And Sheikh Mohammed's great.
How many natives like of Dubai did you actually meet over there?
A few turns up to one of my exhibitions. A few sheikhs.
Because like, is there anyone who's just from Dubai there now?
There's very, very little Emiratis left. I think it's less than 1 million Emiratis. I heard.
What is the population of Dubai?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's about 7. Why 7 million's coming to my head there?
And there's less than 1 million.
Less than 1 million Emiratis.
So
I think that's across the whole of the UAE. Someone told me.
So when you're walking around Dubai, you're not seeing like a local. You just see everyone there is an expat.
Yeah, unless you go to
3.6 million in July.
If you go to like the mall and stuff,
Dubai.
then you'll see like the locals.
Yeah,
because the women are phenomenal.
Yeah,
just immaculate looking.
Mm.
But yeah, very rarely you don't really speak to many locals.
That must be weird then. Being like a place is just fucking. That must be like going to uni or something.
Well, I tried to learn Arabic, didn't I, before I went back? And the Arabic teacher said to me, she said to me, it's a waste of time. I was like, why? Because I was like, I can't remember a word of it, by the way, now, so don't ask.
No, well.
See you fucking.
No, I wasn't going to ask.
I would just say Eminem in Arabic.
But like, if I go for a cup of coffee, there was no point me learning how to say cup of coffee in Arabic, because every shop will be like Filipino or Indian.
Yeah.
Everywhere you went for food or drink, you were never ever going to speak to somebody Arabic, really.
I've just never had any desire to go ever.
Wise, I would say it's an incredible destination.
But I just it's just the laws and everything that just I'm not.
What are you planning on doing while you're over there?
Yeah, but is it true? Because you know, like, rumours and laws, is it genuinely true? Like, or
yeah, but like,
it's a lot.
You take your top off the wrong place.
Yeah,
you hear them horror stories, and I can't.
Yeah,
you swear. You put your middle finger up or something.
Well, that's bad. That's a no over there.
That's what I mean. If you do that,
gestures and stuff.
By accident,
what if you've lost your fingers and you've only got your middle finger?
Well, if you just accidentally do something like if they don't like you or for some reason, and there's a lot of reasons why people wouldn't like me. So if they went, we're just gonna get in.
They're just waiting at the airport.
They could just get handy. It's the same way you go to like,
is this dickhead kicking donkeys?
It's just like just get him. It's like why? It's like we just don't like the look here. You're gone now.
He's smashed at a bar screaming donkeys.
It's just like that element of going like they can just nail you if they want to nail you.
Yeah, but any country could do that really. And I know you're saying
Russia the same.
If you go to Dubai, if you're going older, you're probably going to a resort, aren't you?
Yeah.
So everyone there is
knowing my little lad, I'm wandering off somewhere. Right? I know. I get the wrong part of the beach. I go, for fuck's sake! I got the wrong bit of the line. This is all a mistake. I should have never fucking come here.
No, when I first went, like I was terrified to cross the road unless I went over like a zebra crossing. So I thought I was nicked.
Jaywalking.
In the end, I'd fucking jump over barriers and leg it. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
For the first couple of months, I didn't swear. Then I was like, everyone else is fucking swearing. So that was fun. Then you'd see like men holding hands walking around, and everyone was like, oh, gay people over there, they get the fucking heads chopped off. Didn't seem to see any problems over there. Women wear next to nothing when they're walking around the mall. Not a problem.
What's the biggest no?
For me, I got told road rage, like, and hand gestures is just like, don't do it.
Really? Like they're just cutting it off straight
What
away.
if you're deaf and you got to use sign language? You get
I wonder that.
Probably wouldn't have it in.
I wonder how much
No,
of it
they-
though is again though. It's like
People just
there's one
wondering, isn't it?
there's one rule for the expats, and then there'll be another rule for like.
Well, I've
when
heard
you go
the
to- when you go to
segregated.
Santi when you're 18 and all the locals are riding around on scooters with no helmets, as soon as you've got a
there's-
helmet on the busies.
I've heard of that. The
€50.
segregation. They go like, this part of the beach is fine. Do what you fucking want.
Yeah.
But that part over there, if you,
But that's a beach for local. That's basically saying we've got our values.
that's what I mean. But I would be
But
too.
we've accommodated to you over here, so
know,
just be over there.
Yeah, but if you wander off
Why are you wandering off?
because you're bored.
Was
Still in
Simon?
Dubai, yeah.
Yeah.
There was nothing like that. I'd never seen any. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. That is a
again-
story.
Whose
Yeah,
hands
just
put
dick
on?
out over the same time.
whose hands on hips to put on? Because I'd put my hands on someone's hip in a pair of jeans and a polo, but if he's wearing one of the get-ups that they all wear, I'd be like, nah, he's a local.
That's what
my
I mean.
hands are going nowhere near
You
his
don't
hips.
know. Nah, it's not for me.
But as I say, holiday-wise, I never thought the idea of going over there until we had the baby. It's like, well, they're just going to resorts in fucking Spain and Portugal. Why would they not go to a resort, which is meant to
And
be?
you're probably not going to pay
Safety-wise,
much
though,
different
one of
now
my
either.
biggest
Because the price of
things-
Spain's much
One of my
different,
biggest reasons why I wanted to take my wife and daughter was because, not that they would, but they could walk around the streets at 2 o'clock in the morning. I could be in bed and not have to worry
Right.
anything was going to happen to them.
Does it feel like that over
Yeah,
there?
I've never felt so fucking safe. Like, I didn't feel like I needed to fight. One night I did.
Yeah.
The whole of the time. I
Because
was
some
there.
cunts owed you the grand, that's why.
No, I had my nails done, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh. Painted nail varnish over there. I thought, I'm going over, I'm having my nails done.
Yeah.
I asked. And I went into a restaurant with this other lad. The little cunt who owes me £1,000. Like that. And the two of them started fucking chuckling. And I thought, I'm going to get fucked here, aren't I? And then I thought, nah, I'm not having this. So I just turned around, just fucking went for it. Just started flipping in the restaurant. But they bricked it. And they sat down.
Started shouting, puting at them and
And
everything.
just fucking legged it. And when they legged it, I was like, I had it
So-
fucking battered.
Were they big
Shit,
fellas?
Yeah, but I just couldn't be arsed. I was like, I'm fed up with people over here thinking that they can laugh at you and get away with
Do you know what it probably was? Because they're not expecting anything. Because you fronted it probably for fucking hell. Like, this kid's fronted it here and just left
That was
it.
the only issue that I had, I think, over there.
See, I'd have
Everybody
thought
else-
that they'd just gone, oh, he's kicking off, get him in, Nick.
But when you're saying you were sick of people thinking they can laugh it over there, had it happened before then, had it or something?
Yeah, because I walk around with odd socks on, don't I? So
Mm.
people
Yeah.
are always like staring at me.
Massive fan of that, by the way, the odd sock game.
What's that?
I like the odd sock game that you've got going on.
But like the nails and the socks, people would always look at me.
Yeah.
But these laughed at me, and that was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's insulting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cunts.
apparently I'm an attention seeker. Somebody said on
Yeah, you are.
Instagram.
Wait, yeah, you can't.
You're
I
going
mean,
to walk around
shit.
without
I'm not
socks.
being funny though, but walking around with the nails like that, and
I just like it.
oh no, I think it's cool. But you are going to open yourself up to
gotta-
them having a chuckle, aren't
You
you?
got
aren't
to
you?
own it. Like you got to own like yeah. I think the fact it's what makes it cool is like I couldn't give a fuck.
But also the thing is, I remember when I think it was Row or someone when they went over there, they get briefed, don't they? Don't make any royal jokes.
Yeah, you can't allow jokes about the shake.
That's another thing that makes me go, ah.
But I have had like when I was remembering me daughter
Telling
school.
Simon not to do something, he's just going to do the exact
Yeah.
Well,
opposite.
any comic I think would be like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the
it's
school
just
changes,
there,
you go,
and
take
like,
my bills off, don't look,
just
everyone looks
if
at them.
something's not going, I'm thinking, I know what I could do. That'll just fucking, and you say it, and you go, oh no.
Yeah, dangerous game. Your passport's just going through a shredder as soon as it's coming out of your mouth.
You
innit?
do love a rumour though. You like everything you've said so far is I've heard,
Yeah.
and then that is the whole thing.
Yeah, I've never been, have
He
I?
can cut himself away
Yeah.
from it. Then can't
I've
he?
never been, so I wouldn't know. I don't believe much that I hear, but I just, yeah.
But you let it
Maybe
sit
I'd
there.
enjoy it if I went over there.
Honestly, it seems to have everything, the best of, the biggest
Yeah.
of. Everything's like.
What are the Mackies like?
Mackies?
No.
Did you see a Mackey's now?
Yeah, these lows. I don't eat Mackies.
What
Starving them.
The food is meant to be incredible. I do know people who go there just for like food tours.
Yeah, I put on that stone in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks and I put it.
Was it spenny over there?
Again, yeah, if people would have sat me down and said, listen, you don't need to go there for your water, go here for it. Because it was always bottled water. I got told straight away, don't drink their tap water. Because there's no fucking natural water there.
It's like fucking Delhi Valley when you go to India.
The first hotel apartment I was in, I was paying $5 for a litre bottle of water. And then I found out if I went online...
still high,
That's 5 litres.
That was it.
But if I went online, I could have got fucking 6 litres for a $5.
Right.
Little things like that. And I was going down, having cups of coffee, and they were like a $5 for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's the same everywhere, though. You can go to fucking Tesco and pay like £4 for something you can get for £1 in Aldi.
Yeah, it was
just like, knowing what's out there,
you know
innit?
where to shop about, it's fine. Yeah. But I don't drink, so that was easy for me. It wasn't that expensive when I was doing that.
Yeah.
But again, the first
accommodation-wise,
I don't really think I didn't really cook. Everything was a meal out. Like I'd get up and I'd go out for breakfast.
Yeah, you're in Dubai, aren't you?
Tea.
That's where it gets expensive, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That 20 grand is not going to last long eating out every
Then
night.
I went one place for food, and it cost me, time working out in English, about 75 quid. Went somewhere a little bit more into like downtown.
Yeah.
Exact same meal cost me about 300 quid for the same meal, just different places.
I had the bougie meal on Thursday. Can't talk about it though. 6-week rule. But
I'll booze you with this bougie meal. You're going to have to talk about it.
It's just a bit too much.
Was it a solo meal?
Of course. Wandered away from the tour, didn't I?
How many bottles?
What do you mean?
Did you have a bottle of wine with it?
2 carafes or whatever they're called.
Right.
Yeah.
Dangerous game though.
Right.
Was it a steak?
Venison.
Starter?
Scallops.
But
then you got these little things that came as well at the other times. It was fucking good, like.
He treats himself every now and again.
It wasn't enough. I had 20 nuggets on the way home. 20 nuggets and 2 bottles of Peroni in the hotel. Can't beat it.
I did that the other week. I've been away for 2 weeks in Holland with work.
Yeah.
And fucking, you get an allowance to spend each night on the meal and all that. And then the supply we were visiting were like, we'll take it out one night, we'll pay. So I was like, fucking 2 nights. So I took advantage of them. Fucking 500 gram fillet steaks and like £95
nice.
Red wine and everything night. But like, it was gorgeous, but it wasn't enough food. And then I was like, hey, they've paid. I've still got me 36 quid allowance here. So I went to Mackey's and spent all 36 quid at Mackey's.
It's not enough, is it? But I suppose when you go for a nice meal, they don't want you feeling like at the end of it. The whole point of it is it's just a nice thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah. For social media, isn't it?
Yeah. We didn't get. Did we get to your process? I think I'm now there. I think I'm now ready.
Bits of it.
Did we?
You got the bits of it, yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever find yourself painting and you go, I don't want to do this now? Like you really like, I'm just finishing it, or like.
Yeah. There'll be quite a few paintings where I'll start and I think I am fucked. There's one that I've just finished today, but when I started it, I was like, oh, this is going to be the most expensive painting I've ever done. Because I'm using liquid acrylics.
Right.
And they're not cheap, so you're pouring everything out. And it's like Van Gogh sunflowers is what I'm doing.
Right.
And I'm looking at it thinking, oh, what have I done? What have I done? But in my head, I always say, finish it, no matter what I start.
You got a deadline on that one?
No. This is just something that I had in my head. And I finished it, and it looks fucking boss.
Right.
How much waste? Like where you start and make a significant mistake or something? No.
You can paint over. That's what you said to us last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought, how does he get it right like the first time? It's like, well, he just knocks a bit more.
If it's palette knife, though, that's a bit more difficult. There's some paintings you might see a portrait, and if you catch the light on it right,
you can see
levels.
See
somebody else's face underneath it, where a palette knifed it and it's gone wrong.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's quite cool, though.
Yeah, that's another layer.
What?
You think it's Marilyn Monroe, but it's Jennifer Aniston gone wrong.
You must have a similar sort of industry path, like the way you're talking now as comedians. I would say you're on a similar. You're getting paid a lot more for your art, like, but you're on a similar path to us now. Is at the moment everything you're thinking about, it's sort of for somebody else. It's like, right, I've got to get paid here, so I've got to do art that works for the crowd. Like, to think about a comedian's way, works for the crowd. Whereas we're all trying to get to the point where we can tour off our own name where you can do whatever art you want then sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's the desire for you to get big enough to where you go, this is a John Charles, here's what I've painted, and I know it's going to sell just because it's a John Charles sort of thing. Whereas like, get to the point where people will buy, if you wanted to paint Plinkety Plonk sort of thing, people will buy that just because it's a John Charles.
That's a really good point.
I've got to a little bit of a point where I feel like I tend to paint whatever I want. I've seen somebody done a poster today about artists, like you need a paint for the crowd, and that means you're not a real artist. Or what. But
you've got to put fucking food in your family's mouths at the same time.
I won't paint something that I don't like. So I don't think if I went through all my paintings, I'd say 99% of them, I've had some sort of connection with that image or that person or that location or that landscape. Something that I've painted, I've got to enjoy it. I wouldn't just paint it for painting's sake.
Yeah, but it's similar to me. No, we're not going to go on stage and say jokes we don't like or find funny sort of thing. But there is a bit where you're like...
Say fucking anything now.
But there is a bit
I hate everything I say, but I'll still do it.
Feel dirty afterwards.
I just want to be an artist. Yeah, but there's a bit of you where you're like, right, once I'm selling off my own name, I can be a bit freer.
You can find your true voice then, can't you?
Like, you can sort of like expand on things as well. So like, you haven't got to keep every opinion short.
But then you can sort of transfer that into any art form, because I know when the Arctic Monkeys released the last album, The Car or whatever, that pissed a lot of fans off. I don't know if he's a big music fans, but loads of people were fuming because they took it in a completely different direction. And they were like,
and people were like, fans.
People were like, how
I love the Arctic Monkeys, but he's basically about to say what I probably feel. Yeah.
So people are fuming, going, well, that's not what I fucking like. I'm your fan. You've made an oath to fucking, entertain us. How dare you change your art form? But they've gone, well, we're artists. We have the freedom to take it where we want. But that weren't received well by the fucking fan base.
Yeah, I was one of them, sort of thing. But not
it
like
is a shit album. Like, so.
It's not so much that I felt like they owe me something, but it's a bit like I related to your music. Yeah. It made me feel something. Yeah. This doesn't. Yeah. Like, but it's the same as like comedians getting millionaires. You stop being funny.
I always say with my art, like the one state I say, I'll paint what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Like, I'll always do that. If I want to paint anything, I'll just fucking paint it. I'm not arsed if people don't like it. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell.
Do you have paintings that don't sell, but the prints sell quite well?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking stuff like just something about that Liverpool Legends thing. As I said, I wonder if if you did like them, like the kind of things we were talking about. Wonder if you'd sell loads of prints, but actually not actually. No one's going to pay $5,000 for because
you're resonating with the working class who can't afford
at the same time,
painting.
Loads of people might pay 10 to 20 quid for the print to have in the office or in like the spare room or something like that.
10 or 20 quid.
No, I know, but
I only found out recently as well, like in the art world, your print value should be 10% of the original painting.
So is that just like
this is like a thing like in the art world? This is where you base your pricing on your prints. That's what I've tried to do with mine is I've tried to keep my smaller prints at £95. I've kept them like that for as long as I can. I've got bigger prints.
Yeah, but you've always kept a limited edition on them as well, haven't you, sort of thing?
And then I've got larger prints which we do for £2, £4, £5.
Yeah.
Even if the paint went for £20,000, I've tried to keep them.
Yeah.
The print
but I was just thinking more like a labour of love. Like you're saying that real faces of Dubai.
Yeah.
You might find that, like say, if you went, actually, I'm going to make me money on the prints here, sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than limiting the prints, letting sell as many prints as you can, sort of thing, because actually the painting's probably not going to get nowhere.
We done it recently with
was that one of them things where you don't know until you try?
I love painting robins. Robins are like big in our family. Everybody seems to have a good connection with them. So I've done a painting of a robin and I called it just Love. But rather than having a limited edition of 50, we've done a limited edition of 1,000. And we released 100 at first for 30 quid. And the first 100 sold in 4 hours. Then we released another 100 and they sold in 24 hours. And then we released another 50.
Yeah.
That took about 4 days to sell. And it's slowed down a lot since then.
Yeah.
What we dropped it to 30 quid just to make it a little bit more accessible for everybody else to just kind of jump on board with.
But your prints are high quality as well, so you're not going to make fucking...
A 30 quid print will be the exact same quality as the £95 print as well. This was just like a little bit of a...
Just a test.
Thank you for everything as well, for like all the support that we've had for the past year.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that's quality.
You did the car ones, didn't you, over in Dubai?
Yeah,
Did it? Why? Just
Didn't sell a single painting.
what did you do? You did the Veyron, didn't you? That looked cool.
Which one?
Bugatti, didn't you? You did it.
I don't understand cars.
How many man hours went into like all the car paintings and to go down like a lead balloon?
Got them framed and everything else. It was it just again it was one of them like everybody was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that, and not one person
Full of shit.
to buy it.
So you just made a loss on like pretty much all them
Huge loss.
car ones.
Yeah.
How many did you
They're all
do?
still over there now. There was 6 in total, or 7, because I ended up painting a Bentley Continental, a pink one.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're all still over in Dubai.
Do a Banksy lad and like donate it somewhere and they'll go,
Yeah, we'll have it.
For skins, and then have a fucking shredder in the frame and just let it fucking shred in front of their eyes. Like, fuck you, not paying.
Well, I'm working with a gallery.
When are you going to donate a V1 to us? We'll have that.
Oh, what one?
A V1. The V1
I'm
one.
not having a car.
Why?
I'm not a fucking...
I'll have it then. I'll have it.
I fucking got to get them back over.
Oh, I'll have it sticking in my house.
I'll pay the shipments. I'll replace the pictures of my kids on the wall.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Oh no.
It is
What
heavy.
one did you get?
What one?
What do you
Well,
mean?
there's 2 different types you can get now. You can get one where it's like... So they do one now where they clamp it.
I don't want to see that.
Rather than snip it,
No,
they
cut
clamp
and
it.
tied.
Just you on cut and tied.
Yeah, and it was the
They do one
worst.
now where they clamp it.
The
as well.
worst
Anything saying
experience.
tied down
So-
there just doesn't
So
chime
when in
well
right,
with me.
can I just talk about it?
Yeah, of course you talk about
So
it.
when in right, I was the last one in the fucking on the day, like, and goes in.
How long have you been thinking about having it?
I hadn't, so I found a lump last year on my
Right.
bollock, and I've got a bit fucking scared. Went to doctors and all that. Had an ultrasound. It wasn't cancerous. It was just it was a water-filled cyst and then a fucking giant varicose vein in my bollocks.
Oh,
While I was there, I was like, I've got 4 kids. I don't want any more. What's the options for fucking getting the snip like? And it was like a 9-month wait to get the snip. So it goes in, and it was weird. Like fucking gets on the table, I'm covered, and then they just open it, and there's about fucking 15 of them all looking at me little Joey in the room, and I'm like, stead flaccid and heavy and all small, and I was like, this is heavy, this. And then he just starts talking to me, and he's like, right, put a screen up, and he goes, I'm just gonna put the injection. He went, I'm gonna put an anaesthetic into each testicle.
Oh!
So you have one in each testicle, and that's the worst feeling I've ever had. Like, it's like getting flicked in the bollock, but your stomach
Right.
turns.
yeah.
Goes
You're
in,
a fucking
and then he
Johnny,
goes,
mate.
right,
Pull out,
I'm
innit?
gonna pinch you to see if it's worked. And he pinched me, and I was like, I felt everything. He was like, well, gingers have a fucking...
John Charles all over the belly.
Ginger people need a high level of anaesthetic, don't they? The ginger
What?
gene, yeah, gingers
Because you can
don't.
take more pain.
Yeah, so we need a high level of anaesthetic. So we have to get
That's why you're bullied more as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, yeah. So I have to get a 3rd injection, right? And he goes in, and you can't feel any. You can just feel sensations, and he's pulling and tugging. And
I'd
this
go for
fucking nurse-
general. Go general.
No, this nurse was talking to me, right? But what made it worse was we found out that I worked with a husband for 10 years, and I was like, you're going to go home and tell your husband how little me dick is and every night.
Yeah.
And then I felt something get snipped, right? And I've never felt... I've never felt pain
They
like
didn't give
it.
you enough anaesthetic?
No, I never felt pain like
Oh,
it.
no.
Jumped up in the bed, right? Within seconds, my stomach just turned, and I started projectile vomiting on the bed, right?
God.
I started to go white, so like fucking nearly pass out. So she put like a wet flannel on my head, and they just tipped the bed upside down to get the blood flowing to my head. So I'm upside down as he's still fucking cutting at my onion bag. And like, it took me about 5-6 minutes to fucking come round, and I was just like,
You're lucky you
Every
never
time.
sliced your winky off.
and I went, I apologise about that. I was like, is that normal? And the surgeon was like, no. He said,
It's just such a small willy. We could-
it was tiny, fucking working wonders. Yeah, he went, no, I clipped the nerve. So he hit the nerve. So then I was like recovered, got in the wheelchair, and as she's pushed me back to the ward, I just started spewing all over the fucking ward like that.
Oh my
Fainted in the wheelchair.
God.
And I just heard voices, and they were going, I've never seen someone go so grey before, you know. And I just opened my eyes, about 10 doctors and nurses around me, and I was like that.
Oh,
Worst
mate.
thing ever. And then weeks later, the pain, like, they were black and swollen for a while. The pain was just like ridiculous for weeks afterwards. And then my right bollock just started to swell like a tennis ball.
Oh my God,
So I went to
Gary.
doctors, and I had a hematoma, a fucking blood clot in my bollock, and it went to like the size of just slightly smaller than a tennis ball. It was fucking huge. And they said to me that can take like 6 to 12 months to go away.
What?
He said it'll slowly go.
Have you got a big bollock now?
It's gone down quite a bit. It's probably like a golf ball, I'd say now, just up above my bollock. Yeah, and she said it can take like 6 to 12 months to go away. She said the pain will go after about a month, which it's just gone away now. She went, but the blood will go solid and then slowly start to just fucking like disperse now. So if I go back and make a fucking change, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't get it done.
Just risk another kid.
I've spoke to one fella about it. Worst decision he said he ever made.
Do you know when you have that done, do you still produce testosterone normally, or does your testosterone levels drop?
No, testosterone's fine. Like, yeah.
He's not gonna know yet, is he?
No, and I don't go back till January the 16th to test if it's dead or not, because you've still got active.
Dead your balls.
You've still got active sperm in all your tubes.
Haven't you got to like have a?
Say
you've got like 12 wanks.
You've got to ejaculate 12 to 15 times.
Yeah. Do that on a Saturday.
Yeah, in Dubai, fucking one day.
That's because like when my mate was like, "Yeah, you got to check like 15 times." Like, that's a
Is that a punishment, mate?
Yeah. So basically, can't have sex for a week.
My bird was watching the Kardashians the other week, and fucking.
It got all 15 out.
Courtney was with Travis Barker, you know the drummer from he had the snip done, and he had to do an ejaculation test, and he asked the nurse if she could help him, and she was like, yes, and she went, with her mouth though. She was like, fucking no, not a chance. Just fucking because his human spitting in that tube there, like. You know, so. Yeah.
That sounds absolutely fucking horrific, that, mate.
It was horrific.
Yeah. I'd say never again, but I can't go back anyway.
Yeah,
you can get it reversed, but you've got to pay for it privately.
4 kids does sound horrific though as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Like,
yeah,
4 kids as well. It's heavy that, innit?
It's not fair on them, is it?
How many have you got?
One.
You got any?
One.
You got one.
Yeah.
One club, mate.
That's why we're all artists.
Not in between the three of us.
You're all artists, and I'm just fucking.
That must.
Therapy sessions.
That must make it hard in comedy though, because then you got to win. You got to. Provide for 4 kids means you got to win a lot.
My kids through comedy yet, lad, so.
Yeah, so what's it like to ejaculate now?
I'm not.
What's it like to ejaculate now?
It's been weird. Like the first couple of times, I think I was kind of scared to fucking blow load, and it was fine.
That sounds naughty though. Though. Oh, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Do you notice a difference in the orgasm or the consistency or anything?
It's fucking questions.
No, because you still produce.
You can't ask a man.
No, you can't.
You say the word orgasm.
Yeah.
What? It's fucking weird.
No, you still produce.
Fuck off! You paint your nails, you cunt.
And put M&Ms in your fucking foreskin.
He's sitting there fucking putting M&Ms in the melon.
No, you still produce semen, which fucking carries the sperm. You still got loads of fucking wallpaper paste.
Hold on, you knocked the cable out.
So right,
you've still got loads of wallpaper paste, alright?
But
yeah.
But so you want to know is it the same consistency?
For me, it's the something to do with the tie-in and the build up, and I feel as though nothing will come, and it's building inside, and I'll be going,
felt uncomfortable when I've been
in my head. That's happening.
When I've been coming,
like there's a backlog of it, and they need to.
It's like hurt a little bit. It's been weird. I felt like a weird pain.
Yeah, but then you'd have 4 in a day. That's the 4 nights like that anyway.
Just sawdust coming out the end of your pipe.
So have you had your 15 wanks now?
I've smashed my bed a few times, like.
Oh, you took the risk.
Yeah, we were in York the other day celebrating our 11 years, and
why did you just get like?
I just went
lovely place to take it. Well, Shambles.
York's shit. I wouldn't go back.
I'd be like,
it was alright. It was just expensive,
right?
And I chose the worst night to go. We chose Monday night because we don't night we had fucking childcare, so we went on a Monday night just for the night away. Cost me like fucking 600 quid just for a Monday night. I booked the Malmaison because it had a Sky fucking line bar closed on a Monday.
You deserve that for trying to get it on the cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Then we went to a steakhouse, got a fucking had a meal and all that. Went to try and find live music. Nowhere was playing live music. We found this little speakeasy bar. It's like 30 quid around, right? We ended up getting smashed. Got in it. My babe was like, I'm not walking, because it's all cobbles in fucking York. Like, I'm not walking back on my heels. How much will a taxi be? So I ordered the Uber, £3.
You deserve all of that. Monday night in York on a Friday.
What a horrible cunt.
Did you get your all?
Yeah, and I told a story at Hot Water on Tuesday at Tony Carroll and Friends, and my bird was mortified.
Oh, you didn't throw under the bus in the story, did you? Good lad.
Oh.
I told everyone that I'd had the snip, and I decided to fucking deposit me baby batter inside my bird, right? And
So eloquently put.
I didn't make it.
It's the glasses that have made you talk like that, isn't it?
I didn't make her come, and she was like,
They can't, you know.
Who's asked about that?
she was like, "You're not finished, you know."
I fucking
I was like, "No, I am." She was like, "No, this is our 11-year anniversary. You haven't finished." I was like, "Oh, all right." And because I was pissed, she was like, "Just fucking plate me." And I went down on it and just fucking ate all my own junk. Like, it was horrible.
So I well done.
Fucking disgusting.
That's in the back for that.
Yeah, in the flavour saver and everything.
Oh, no, not for me.
Yeah.
Love
Did you?
That was the only one
Did
from
you?
my bed.
Oh, really?
Did you, have you tasted yours before or after?
Before and after the
Does
vasectomy.
it taste any different, yeah?
No.
That's good, that.
Genius, that.
Terrible, that.
Yeah, it's good, that, lad.
No, I haven't tasted before and after. Actually, I don't really taste my own fucking.
Well, you could ask your bird if it tastes
Yeah.
any different.
Oh, she doesn't love me that much.
It's lovely.
Killed that one.
No, it's nice, that. I enjoyed the vasectomy talk. So
been a-
Alan's had the circumcision, isn't it? Well,
Been a mad one this, hasn't it?
When I go home,
you're
it's
not
like,
getting with vasectomy, no.
Fuck.
You were away.
Never after
Never.
that.
No.
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 My brother had it done like 2 months before, and it was fucking. He said it was just straightforward, bang, done, flying.
Yeah, that sounds like you've had a real rough
I've had a
deal
bad
there,
one,
yeah.
Because the fella who come out before me, I went, "Oh no, what?" He went, "Sound," you know. He said the injection in the bollocks is a bit weird. He said, "But it's fucking sound," and I was like, "Get in."
I love the way the doctor was like, yeah, I slipped a nerve and was like, and what? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, "I got a claim here or something. What's going on?"
Yeah. Could you not? The fact that you've got all that going on.
You have to sign consent forms, not don't you? So
Oh, yeah, them
I have to
things
sign
they
about
get, you know.
12 forms. So
So if we fucking cut your dick off, it's sound. How's the career going?
the career or the comedy?
Comedy? Well,
The comedy's all right. I'm just at a weird sort of stage because,
we all get that point.
yeah, like I'm an open circuit comic, and I got to a point where I had an half decent 10 to 15, depending on the room. If you get fucking a lot of laughter, you can drag it out, can't you? And then me and Danny had our sort of, I say solo shows, a split hour, Hot Water. And on the first show, I think I did like 32 minutes, and on the second show, I added a few little bits in and got to like 38 minutes, and I was like, fucking longest I've done on stage. Absolutely loved it. And then at the end of the night, I was like, I just felt down. I was like, that was the best night I've had in comedy so far, because even though it was only the small room, it was everyone there to see me, to see Danny.
Yeah.
Fucking got a really good reaction, got a half an hour out of it, and I felt boss. Then I just felt fucking dead low and grim, and then I just fell out of love with the material. I was just like, I don't want to say them.
So you did
jokes again.
40, had a good gig, and then you just went, I ate this, and
Yeah,
you're
it was
depressed.
weird.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
I get why that could happen. Easy.
it's fucking, it's a weird.
You just
feeling.
think, I just,
Yeah,
what is this now?
yeah, it was just horrible. And to be fair, I closed the first show and opened the second show, and in between the two shows, I hit a lull, and I had to kind of force myself to lift the energy when I opened the second show, because I was just like,
That's the adrenaline, that and stuff
Yeah.
like that, though, playing on you. But like, how did you feel after the days after it, though?
it was sound, but then I was just like, I'm done with that material now. I'm fed up of it. I'm bored of it. And I kept leaning on it, because when you're so early in your comedy career, it's shot window time. You've got to sign and press, and I was always, I don't want to go to a gig and try new stuff and die on my ass. I was always chasing the laughter. So I was always just using the same material over and over again, and then I got bored of it, and then I was like, I'm never going to improve if I don't try anything new. And then
It's a good place to be, though, because I think you need that misery to make you go and say something funny.
Yeah.
Like, you need to go, I can't stand this now. I feel trapped and sad.
Yeah.
Like I want to cry almost. And you go, right now I need to I either give up or I've got to go and do something better now.
Yeah.
It's a good place to be in your head.
Sometimes, that
Although it
pushes
is
you.
sad, you want to cry.
I think I'm
I
at a
take
weird
more risks.
Well, I'm at a weird crossroad now, because I was always chasing the laughter, because laughter's your currency as a comedian. Whereas now, I fucking revel in making people feel dead awkward. I think it's one of the funniest things. Yeah, well, I think it's one of the funniest things ever.
You saw me at Alexander's.
Yeah. Remember that gig?
I was just...
That was boss, like,
it was almost violent, wasn't it?
It was a fucking prison work night out, like. He was just arguing to people for 25 minutes, called them all cunts and got
gangster in it, scared of nothing.
Boss, like. Yeah, so I'll go on stage now and I'll say stuff and just watch people start panicking because they don't know what to do, and I just think, oh, I fucking love this. But as a comic, I'm not doing what I should be doing because I'm meant to be making people laugh. So I'm at a weird
sort but then while they're awkward, everyone else is laughing.
I lost my dad to suicide, and that's a weird thing. You've got to be really good to make that funny, and I don't think I'm good enough to make it funny yet. But I laugh at it.
No, you will get it. Yeah,
so I push it on people, and the room's like, oh, what the fuck's he doing?
So you'll find a way though, because like I've got this. So my closing bit's quite similar to that now, is where I say, I want one of my best mates to die. So like my closing bit is, I want one of my best mates to die because I reached the point in my life now where...
Just talking about me there. No, I only think keep me alive. There's
reached the point in my life now where...
for me. About to do it. Oh, Rob Thomas now, put the knife down. Fuck him. 6:30 tomorrow. Round 115, lad. Ding, ding.
No, it's like I joke about
double champs going nowhere.
It's the point in my life now where anyone who's getting married's got married. Anyone who's had kids, the Christians have already happened.
Yeah,
just fucking not on to look for. So I say I want one of my best mates to die because I'd fucking love a good funeral now. While all my mates are still old enough to like fucking, you know, while the rest of my mates are just old, get on the ale. Yeah. Like we're 20 again, it'd be fucking great. And then like the joke, so because don't care which mate, just one of my mates. And the best thing is, like, I get away with murder in the house because then she said anything, like, my bear couldn't say nothing to me, like, why are you going away again? Because I'd be like, that's what Liam would have wanted, look. and then the best is I go, he put in his note, he put in his note, he wants his ashes better than that big rock in Benidorm. And then that gets a laugh.
I know someone who's gone and done that.
That gets a laugh, and then I turn it on them quick going, you notice then I said note, and then some of them who's clever realise what's going on, and then I go, because one of my best mates does die, that's what I want to happen. I want him to kill himself. And then the room just goes bang, like just fucking dead. Like,
follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. And then like the line then is like, you just leave them in it. Just leave them in it for a bit. And then just as they're starting to turn, go, no, because if he dies of cancer, I've got to do a race for life.
Fucking hell.
And then that'll kill a pair of us. And then just cut it. So it's like, it's just that awkwardness.
Yeah,
it's
just clever.
It's knowing how to like.
Yeah.
That's just experience. That though. That's just knowing enough that like I know I've said enough naughty stuff.
It's in your delivery as well, and it's when you watch someone like, because as I say, you say stuff like that, and your confidence in your delivery, you can get away with it. If you show any sort of nerves or weakness in that delivery, they fucking jump all over it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you're saying you're making people feel awkward. When everyone else is laughing, then you're doing the right thing, sort of thing.
So how old were you when he killed?
Yeah, fella.
Yeah,
5.
Yeah,
I was a babby. Like, I've only got a few memories of me.
Have you ever like sort of addressed it, like gone to therapy or anything like that? Or have you just sort of?
No, fucking.
Why you and Keegan should do it? Hanging dads.
Yeah, well, he did something with. Look at him, fucking on this. That was sweet.
Fucking hell.
Very early on in the podcast,
Jesus Christ, Gary.
Someone wrote in, you know.
Your daughter smashed a pinata with her dead granddad at a fucking communion.
There we go. Well, very early on in the podcast,
savage.
Someone wrote
sweets
in.
in it.
Fucking gummy bears. M&M's. Even
put some in his belly.
No, someone wrote in and would you rather on the podcast that fucking cliche one, you know, if you were 2 inches inside your mouth, half fella was 2 inches inside you, which way would you go? And I said, well, my half fella be fucking swinging like a pinata, so that'd be Sam, wouldn't it? You're like, you're a knobhead, you were.
So have you ever been to therapy or anything about that?
Yeah, so I was 5 when he done it. As a 5-year-old, like I've got 4 kids, be 5-year-old.
Brother or sisters?
I've got 2 brothers. And it's been a weird one growing up because, as I said, my ma never told me that he'd killed himself. Like, he was just always ill. He's gone. And then, like, I remember being at his funeral and, like, fucking, I was like, why is my fella not coming back? And it was weird. I mean, ma just said, like, oh, he had an accident.
How scouse were you at 5? Why is my fella not coming back?
Oh, yeah. And the little cunt got buried in Ireland. Had fucking 2 funerals. Had a funeral here and then flew to Ireland. Got buried in Ireland. But yeah, fucking, what was I going to say then? Yeah, my ma said, like, he was just sick. And it was when it was the day before I was going to senior school, she sat me down and started to tell me the birds and the bees conversation. And then that my fella strung himself and I was just like...
The same conversation?
Yeah, same conversation, yeah.
Listen, son, you see girls, you might get attracted, you might get it hard on, you might want to have a wank, but don't go too far like your dad, basically.
Did a suitcase.
Did they ever try and sort of theorise what a reason why you might do it, or you just...
I'll get into that. But me too. So I was 5 and I don't really have many memories. So I'm like, and I grew up for a long time thinking that he was fucking selfish.
What's 2 brothers?
I've got 2 brothers, yeah.
Hey, ginger?
One is. The other one's not.
Can't be that then.
But he's got heavy psoriasis, so yeah, flaky as fuck. So we're all fucked. But like, our David was 14 and he'd spat out of a bus window and it landed on a Busy's arm. So the Busy got on the bus and fucking dragged our David off and took him home. And my fella kicked off at our David, and our David had a fight with my fella that night and said, the fucking 8 hope you die. And my fella hung himself that night. And our ma come down for a piss in the middle of the night because we lived above a pub and found my fella hanging. So our ma found him.
At 14?
Well, 16, our ma was.
What pub?
The Royal Arch on Kenny.
Always been rough there.
Yeah, there's rough as arseholes, like. So, I was a baby, I don't fucking recall any of it. So I don't really... It didn't really impact me. I was just like, he was dead selfish, whereas my 2 brothers were impacted quite bad growing up. But it was only when I was an adult and fucking life started dealing me some fucking shit onto myself, and then I was like, I've never contemplated suicide, but I had a mental breakdown about 5 years ago. I was just in a bad way. I went to Ireland and to get away, and then my granddad died while I was there, and he got buried with my fella. And like, they just fucking dug me fella's grave up to put my granddad in, and that's when it hit me hard, and I fucking took like 6 months off work. And then I was like, now I understand how people get to that sort of place, but
we've no real... they've never been like, oh, there was this or that.
Well, my dad come from a small town in Ireland.
Never just one thing, though, is it?
No,
That's what I mean,
but with some people they can be. But like, my dad was from a small village in Ireland, and there was quite a close... talking about my fella opening up, and she said there was a weekend where my dad and his mates like went away and they come back and they were changed men. They were just different. Something happened on that weekend. So there's suspicions that my fella had fucking something to do with the IRA.
Fucking hell.
And they think they might have done something that weekend that changed them for life. It could have just been the heaviest stag they've ever.
Oh, it's like they got PTSD from something they've done or something, and then
no one's gonna fucking know. Do you know what I mean? But
it's mad that.
Be like, I know. They were all just fucking sitting there putting M&M's in each other's foreskin. Like,
your mum thinks they went away, come back, and they weren't the same when they came back, and they never, and then they'd always been off.
From then, yeah, they all started to kill themselves from then on.
That's mad.
Because you're smiling, go on, say it. I can take it.
Oh no, just the idea what would have gone on.
What date was it?
From a comedic point of view, where are you going with this? Because look at him, he's got a little grin.
What date was it he went away?
I don't know. It was 96 that he killed himself, so it was early 90s that he went away.
You ever tried to cross-reference the dates?
I haven't, no.
Someone
will be worth it.
Fucking pod now, won't they?
Yeah. It'd be worth looking into it, like, because it could be something.
So when you went to therapy, did it help at all?
What's all about, John?
It did, and it was, as I said, I went to school, and my ma dropped that fucking bomb on me, like, and I had like a mentor in school who'd
a mad parents, aren't you?
Yeah, they are mad, like,
the things they think they can tell you.
So that's my third marriage.
But when are you gonna? When is
the right time?
Yeah, that's never gonna be a good time, is it?
No.
The longer it goes, the more it's like, oh god, no, not now. Come on, you put off paying a fucking Eon bill. Do you want me? That sort of shit. Like tomorrow. Have you filled the form in yet? Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
But at the same time, my 2 other brothers had left home because they were troubled. Like, they fucking moved.
They never said nothing to you.
No. my ma got remarried quite quick. And
good Catholic girl.
Yeah. So they used to say, he's your half fella, you little dickhead. I've had a new fella, so that's what they used to bully me about. But I do it now. I was my brother's best man at his wedding. And my brother got dead emotional about my dad not being there. And in his speech, he was like, wish my dad could have been here today, blah, 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 blah. So when I gave my speech as the best man, I was like, I know it's sad my half fella can't be here today. But I spoke to him this morning, his train got cancelled from Glasgow, so he can't be here because of his stepdad. My ma was fuming, my nan was fuming, everything was hilarious. Like. But yeah, no, it's... And then in school, I say I had a mentor, but I was getting treated for Crohn's disease as well when I was younger. Shitty ass, that's all it is. So I got given a psychiatrist through Alderley Hospital for obviously my half fella stringing himself and going through loads of different procedures in the hospital. Like I spent over like a 2-year period, I probably spent like 7 months in the hospital in and out with all different things and that. So I had a psychiatrist because they were like as a 13-year-old.
Can Crohn's be brought on with like stress and all that?
I don't know. It got put down to IBS in the end.
Can it? Yeah.
You said it was IBS, but
you run down and you just fucked. Oh God, mate!
I got into comedy and attention seeking that bed.
Like you say though, that's it though. You fucking your parents fuck you up, don't they?
You do like. Me ma didn't make the best.
You say as you get older, you start understanding it like a little bit more. Yeah. Like you realise. When I grew up, just thought my dad was a dickhead, so like, and then like as you start having to fucking live life, really, like no, actually, he's just a normal person trying to get by.
Financial implications and everything. To your life
just fucking.
Richer,
yeah, like.
You might have just lost a big bet on the stag do, mate, and then just thought, you know what, we fucked it here.
A big bet on the stag do.
Massive bet. Got caught with a
mortgage is gone.
He was a slag as well, my half fella. Like he was always shagging away, like all the time. Yeah. Like me ma. I'm fucking here.
That's why you'd swatted him as a pinata. One last twat of that.
My ma was in labour. I think this is right anyway. My ma was in labour with
shout out Corbin,
my second brother. And my half fella was nowhere to be seen. So my half fella's sister come up and was like, Where's Robbie? She's like, I don't know. She was like, where's your hospital bag? She was like, I haven't got one. She went, well, I'll go home and pack you one.
He's in the ward next door going down.
She flew back to my ma's house to pack a bag, and my half fella was just fucking chalky moosing some bed in the bed. While my ma's pushing the baby out. He's fucking sound. And then,
right, I can see why he doesn't seem too stable of a man. It doesn't sound like the most sound mind.
I reckon my ma's made a little murder.
Do you reckon?
He come in, bladders, just fucking shoelaces around his neck.
Your ma's got. They went away for the weekend and weren't the same. They went on a stag do. We're shagging all sorts. This video come back, and your ma's got a one-woman trip.
Yeah, killed
every one of them.
They're all dying. Yeah, my dad was terrible at making decisions as well. Like
clearly, yeah.
Right.
He used to go hunting all the time. He used to go with his ferrets and his dog, right? And he'd fucking send ferrets down the rabbit holes, and the fucking rabbits would run up and bang shoot them, and the dog would go and collect them. And one of his dogs died, so we had to get a new dog, and this dog was useless. It wouldn't fucking go and collect any rabbits at all. So he threw this dog in a sack with loads of bricks, tied a knot in it, and just threw it over the bridge into the river. I was like, don't want you anymore. Got home like 3 miles away, and the dog was sat on the steps soaking wet, right? And he was like, you fucking good for something? Because the dog had a bag, and I said, well, he must have just been shit at tying knots. Until he fucking put one on his neck, and then he was done.
It's very difficult to gauge your father. He goes from being like, oh, it's quite sad. Then he's like, he's just trying to kill a dog in a bag, and then...
And the dog had him.
No, but I quite like the way you I was like, you go for something, go on, you can stay.
You can stay. You got home, got out of a fucking sack.
Fair play to you, mate.
I know.
That's a heavy story. That I was just thinking the other day when we got asked about grief that we've never had it yet.
Yeah, we've never really experienced.
I don't think I'll do too well with grief now.
You've never lost anyone like
really? No, not anyone like that. No, you bereaved or anything?
Yeah. Do you know what? Like. Oh, this will probably ruin the whole fucking pot.
Oh, of course.
For me now,
we just saw about his dad swinging from a pinata. So
I used to be quite. Death was like I couldn't deal with it at one point, but so like I'd lost me auntie was like me second mum.
Yeah.
And that haunts me for years. That, and then my best mate Dave passed away about 8, 9 years.
He's like tragically young as well. Or
he was young, yeah. That was cancer. And it was fucking rapid. And I couldn't deal with that properly. But in all this lockdown stuff. My auntie, she's mentally, I always get in trouble for saying mentally handicapped, but she's mentally and physically disabled as well. I don't know what the fucking PC way of saying things anymore. But she passed away, And I got to be with her in the hospital because of the way it was like only one person was allowed in. So out of our family, it was like, she was like my best mate.
Yeah.
So to watch her pass away, at first, I didn't know how I was going to fucking deal with it because I got the phone call and it was like, listen, she's going to die today.
Yeah.
Come on in. And I just sat with her next to the bed. And do you know what? I think it's probably one of the most fucking, this will sound weird, but probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. So like people go on about birth being amazing. I sat with her when she passed away.
How old was she?
She was 67. So she was disabled. My mum and dad had looked after her since they were 21. Whenever she seen me, she'd be like, JC, I love you, JC. That's what she just always say. Love you, JC, love you, JC. And I sat with her holding her hand, and like the nurse said to me, listen, she will pass soon. And I'm sat there with her, I was just singing to her and everything, and I was hugging her, and then I watched her just like close her eyes and drift off.
Yeah.
She stopped breathing, right? So I started getting like a little bit...
Like a hiccup thing, innit?
So I started crying a little bit, and then she went, literally, she went like this, she went...
Yeah.
Turned, smiled at me, and then just went... Wham, and I was like, whoa. The way I look at that now is, like, I'm not too sure what I believe in, like, the afterlife or anything, but the way what I've come to believe is, like, we as humans, we're just energy, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are energy, and energy's...
Yeah.
It's infinite. It can't be birth. So when I got to sit there with her and that happened, the way I got to tell my mum, especially because it was her sister, I was like, I watched her be reborn in that minute.
Yeah.
Like, it was there, it happened. And ever since then, now, like, death doesn't bother me. It doesn't faze me. It doesn't worry me. It's like, if it happens, it happens. But to be there and share that moment with somebody is like, that's fucking...
I'm quite similar. I've always felt like that all the way through my life. I think, like, you know, like, I know your dad left behind like a 5-year-old and stuff like that, but I think as a society we look to sort of, people choose them when they want to go. I think it's quite a beautiful thing. Like, obviously, that there's different times we leave 5-year-olds. Like, there's obviously things going on, but like people. So my grandma, I watched her die. I was with her on the day she died, but she'd had a stroke 6 months before, and I know exactly what kind of woman she was. Big Roman Catholic sort of. She had breast cancer, and they still want to get her breast taken off because she was like, I can't do it to my body. My body needs to be the way it is for when I pass away and all that. Eventually, she did have it done, but like, so I know what she's like. And then after the stroke, she just wasn't there. You could see in her eyes, and like, she just wanted to die. If you asked her, she'd tell you, I wish that stroke killed me, sort of thing. Yeah. So then when she eventually died, it was like you say, it was like that. There was like a release from it. It was like she was happy. Yeah. It was like, finally now, like, I can go. Because she was saying, I'll go and be with your granddad and your Uncle Francis, sort of thing. Like, it's just such a release. And then, to me, that just confirmed everything about, like, I've never feared death, and I've never like had a like problem with it. But then I always think, is it because I'm privileged? Because I've not lost my dad, not lost my mum, sort of thing. So like the closest person I have lost is my grandparents. So I sort of feel cheeky saying it, sort of thing. But then being in the room and feeling it, I totally get what you mean. Yeah. You feel sort of like, not a relief, or like say a release sort of thing, isn't it?
People have asked me, like, you know, about my dad just suddenly dying. And it scares me more to know someone's going to die and have to prepare myself to say goodbye and watch them die. Like, if someone had a terminal illness and you've got to walk and go through that. Like, there's so many times where I've gone like, what would happen tomorrow? What did we have planned? Like, there's so much I've missed out on. But the fact it was just, he's gone. That's how he's gone off there.
That's good. Yeah. But it's all. But I think like the
it's still on. Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
Because my phone died.
Yeah, but I think it's your mum having to deal with that then, with a little 5-year-old. Yeah. You don't know what the fuck's going on at 5, but she's there thinking, oh my God, this is horrible. And if they got, I mean, I don't know what the relationship was like, but like, you know what I mean? Like, they'll be like, oh, I've got this little innocent bundle of joy here, and then all that, and so...
I don't think I know enough either. Like, I was 5, but then
He wasn't innocent when he was 5 either.
No, yeah.
I said, me and my man never really talk, and then when we did start talking, I found out that my half fella split up just after I was born, and he went back to Ireland for 2 years, so he was absent for 2 years in my life, and then he come back
Right.
just over I think I'd rather that happen than watch someone go like.
No, I've never grieved. Probably.
Yeah, I know.
Just doesn't worry me anymore. Like, they literally have just got like a completely different outlook.
What about losing someone close to you again, though? Not you self dying, but like someone close, like, you know.
I never want somebody to die, obviously.
Yeah, you don't wish it on anyone.
You want everybody to be around. But when or if they did, I wouldn't. You'd have a moment of being upset, but I feel
it's
like
an acceptance that it's part of life.
I just embrace that they've had a life.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I couldn't get.
It's an acceptance that's part of life.
Like that, but for me to be able to sit there that not long back and explain that to me mum, because my mum's sister, like it was her entire life she's looked after her.
Yeah.
Like when she was 21, my mum and dad, my auntie was gonna get put in a home because my nan and granddad couldn't look after her, but my mum and dad took her on. So they looked after her like their whole lives, and they couldn't be there with her for when she passed away. But for me, and there was a lot of stuff that happened with the hospital as well, like which could have caused fucking murder. The way things happened.
Yeah.
But then I got to explain to her how she passed, and my mum just let everything go, and she can deal with it.
Well, that's powerful, though. But I suppose it depends who it is as well. Like if I was to lose my ma. She's lived a fucking decent life.
Depends on the way, like,
if I was to lose one of my kids, it'd be completely different.
I openly say to family that like, if I die today, don't be arsed, like I've done nothing.
Doesn't work though, does it? It doesn't work.
I say that to my bird all the time. She's always, there's no point you saying that to me because I'm not going to feel it. Like,
my bird would be financially stable if I kicked it, like, because of my pension and work. She'd be flying.
Yeah, I got life insurance.
There is that element to it financially. I mean, mine would be fucked because I didn't do life insurance. Can't be arsed with it. But like, I just say have whatever's in the current account. Fucking do your best with that. I had to try. I did my best. Now it's your turn.
So that's what I said. My ma's got a fake hip, and I said, my ma's skint. I went, if you die, I said, you're going to the scrapyard. I went, because I'm not paying for the funeral for you, lad. You fucking cheeky cunt.
Yeah. No, never properly grieved.
I don't think you do it properly. Yeah, you say you're terrible for you. You're too self-involved.
What do you mean?
Be all about you.
What if I lost someone?
Oh yeah, I've got to deal with this admin now, have I?
Yeah, but
imagine your mom dying, you'd be a nightmare. Oh, I've got to deal with my dad now.
Oh, she can't die. She can't die. You know, you're just like somebody in the family can't die, and they just stay alive. Because they just know they can't go. Yeah. It's like, that's the thing. Like, my mum just, like she's just not gonna, if she does die, we're so fucked. Like, so fucked. Like, if my mum goes, it's done. We're fucked. My dad goes, be sad for a few months and that, but like, you know, I'll still get a sandwich and that from him. Like, but my mum goes, nah, it's done.
When we the last nan to die, like in Ireland, they bury you within like 3 days. You die, you get buried.
Really?
Quick turnaround.
It's like that in like Egypt and as well, yeah. Like so, almost the same day.
So the family tell you, like, they're on the lassies, be prepared to get over from England, like, Sansi, start booking your travel and all that. And we got told, the nurses said to the family, like, she'll be gone tonight. She hadn't been drinking, feeding, they took her off all the drips and everything. She went for about 7 days last. She fucking smashed Bobby Sands hunger strike everywhere. She was flying. And then
sometimes annoying that though when you make a mad rush to get over there.
I was like, I've had holidays in work with 600 quid for the ferry, lad. What am I getting out of your inheritance? Because I've got to pay for these fucking tickets.
I had an uncle who had a brain tumour, 25 years. In that 25 years, about 10 times we've been told he's going.
It's over.
Like to the point where we like the 7th or 8th time, like, yeah, all right, sound. Yeah, we've heard this. They're like, yeah, listen, we think he's too stubborn. Like, no, he's not. Like, fucking 25 years it took him to finally go. And even then,
crazy.
we got told 3 months, 9 months later, like, you fucking selfish bastard.
It happened to my granddad as well. Like, he got the fucking rattles, you know, when they started rattling and everything. So the nurse was like phoning everyone going, it's in the next hour, he's gone. And then, like, the family got there and he was sat up with a cup of tea and toast in the chair and lasted like 7 more years. Jesus,
that is a long one.
He was just shivering, he was fucking freezing.
He was just skint,
He wanted a blanket, he was like, a blanket.
He's just freezing.
How long have we done?
Time now.
That's
Like.
been a mad one. That's been bosh,
I need a piss.
Okay, well, let's finish it then.
I know, but I've enjoyed the chat. Had a nice time. Probably found out that the mics weren't close enough to the mouths. No one could fucking hear any. I didn't want to tell because I know you use the studio loads, so I just thought he knows what he's doing there. So hopefully it picks it up in the air.
We'll see. Someone will complain.
If not, all of that's wasted. And we just got you talking about M&M's in your dick.
Well, I kicked it out once. That's a good job you got the headphones on. Whenever I couldn't make it.
I check the level there every now and then.
Well, a couple of times when I couldn't make it to our pod and the lads just like got the mates in and then I'll be editing and 2 of the lads on the couch just don't have any microphones and I'm like...
You're the guy behind the what's happening, aren't you?
Well, I was. Bobby now does a lot of the editing as well.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, we've trained Bobby. We share the responsibility.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, John, where are we finding... what editing's promote and where are we finding you?
I'm involved in an open exhibition on the 23rd or 24th of this month in Dot Art Gallery in Liverpool.
Oh, nice.
I've got me full exhibition in February next year. I haven't even announced that fully just yet. And that is all I've got coming up.
What's your social media?
Social media is just Artist John Charles, all of them. But little plug for these bracelets.
Oh, yeah.
These are my daughters. Emmy Elizabeth. Get on it.
Sweet. Gary?
Instagram, at Gary Highland Comedian. I'm not going to plug my podcast because we're not beds.
You can.
Why not?
What's happening podcast? What's happening podcast? You need to get on by the
You're
way.
blue ticked, aren't you?
Yeah, I pay for it. Right, so...
Are you blue ticked?
No, so what happened, right?
Paying?
So I applied...
Sign up to the Patreon.
No,
Love yous, come to the house.
Right,